guys doing? You know, this is very important in reference to history. And the fact that this man and his people have had the audacity to play this game of trying to steal my identity. And the courts are still allowing it. It's still going on every day. Do you guys understand that? This man and his people kidnapped me from my mother. And then tried to change my name, and they're still holding me on hostage under the Mark Ray name, you know. And the courts are playing stupid. So obviously the court judges, some of them are in on it or something. Where would you think, like, hey, look at that rich guy. Oh, what's his name? And then somebody will be like, that'll be my name now. You gotta be this name. And you'd be like, no, that's kind of stupid. That's fucking stupid as shit. Who does this man think he is? Kidnapping me from my race, kidnapping me from my religion, and then calling me his relative of his race to steal my birth name. And the courts have been going along with it. Is there a document of my birth name, Mr. Court Judge? This man was not a relative. He's not a relative now. He won't ever be a relative. The man that kidnapped me from my mother. Do you understand this situation? This man is trying to play power games with this Mark Ray name. All the research of the history of that information has to be public information. Where that Greenfield document was made, time and dates, the kind of paper it's on, the dated paper. And who is this man to think that he can kidnap somebody else's child and change their name to hold them hostage? Can you find the crime in that? Can you find the crime of everything that they've done? All the different crimes. Them trespassing into Beverly Hills and other properties. Them trespassing on private property and kidnapping me. Them holding me hostage. How many crimes do you think these kidnappers have committed? And identity crimes of these people that had kidnapped me? Does anybody know? Need that information on record. How many crimes have these people committed kidnapping me from my mother and father's mansions? And including them holding me hostage under the Mark Ray name. Can somebody count how many crimes they committed? Them trespassing. And don't forget, my mother got murdered and then she was frozen. And I got shot too at the house when they tried to steal, or when they kidnapped me, before they kidnapped me. They were trying to murder me and my mother. And my mother was a widow. There's widow protection laws too. You forgot that too, didn't you? And my parents was murdered by Nazis and other people that was conspiring with those people, whoever they were. They murdered my parents. These people tried to murder me several times. I've had injuries from these government people. So how many crimes do you think these people have committed by holding me hostage? Their activities of trying to rape me, their activities of damaging my face and teeth. How many times they've repeated their crimes of abuse, financial crimes, identity crimes of these people. And we want the phone calls and the ransom notes, if they wrote any of those, on public display in maybe the Smithsonian and publicized in the media. You know, there could be copies of it in the Smithsonian. When all all the rants, all the times they said that my mother would never see me alive again when they were demanding monies from my mother. You got those phone calls, right? And the kidnappers even said that to my mother in person, didn't he? One of them did. That if he didn't get paid millions of dollars, that she'd never see her son alive again. Isn't that what he said? Want all the information on record and on public information, where, you know, the government's gonna have to pay me a lot of fucking money for that too. All the phone calls, all the ransom notes, all the negotiations that they were trying to do with my mother, meaning their ransom. My mother had to negotiate to try to pay them ransom, and my mother paid the ransom too. They kidnapped me again and again and again. Look up the information. It has to be on public